Welcome to the Finance and Administration video on reconciling football tickets. Today's training will focus on DART, the DART summary, looking at the DART data, investigating issues, and the JE for tickets purchased via a short code. To start, we start in Wolverine Access. We look for DART, either by searching in this search box, or maybe it's a favorite in your favorite links. Once we click on DART, we have two options. We're going to click Blackbaud CRM. It takes a minute to load. It's important to note that this view is very different from the view anyone else on the events team has. So the events team will sometimes ask for what the DART view summary looks like. And what they're asking is for you to go to your DART view, click on this Reconcile Game Day Fee link, and give them a summary of a game. So we're going to go to Event Type and pick Football Game Tickets. This is the 2021 season for fiscal year 22. We don't have any tailgates this year, so I'm only ever clicking this game ticket option. For game day event, that's what football game we're looking at. So if we look at the very first one, Western Michigan University, which happened on 9/4, we will click apply, and that will give us our summary. So you can see when we're looking at this, we started with 600 tickets. We had 0 tickets paid online. What does that mean? It means that 0 people paid via Cvent. Cvent is our current online payment form. So 0 people paid via Cvent. Credit card payments, that differs from Cvent or online because that's a physical credit card terminal that credit cards are being run through by an event associate. So this is a physical credit card terminal, the credit cards. Online is the Cvent portal that they're paying for themselves. So the first thing I do when I look at this summary is I make sure that it makes sense. There are many times that it'll say 0 here, maybe 6 total credit cards, that it breaks it down with the type of credit card. It could say 0 checks that we were mailed. And then the amount of short codes, those are internal billings to other departments that they're paying via a short code. But the important thing first to do is make sure the online credit card, check, and short code total to this total ticket sold number. Sometimes they don't because there's errors in the data that was entered into this DART system. So first thing, make sure that the online credit card, check, short code totals equal the total tickets sold. Next, we have comp tickets. Sometimes we comp tickets to event staff, to OUD staff. So that number is added to the total ticket sold number to get a total ticket used number. Again, make sure that they add correctly. The system will not add stuff correctly if the data is not correct, and it's very easy to have incorrect data inputted. So again, the total tickets sold plus the total comp tickets need to equal the total tickets used. If we take that total tickets used and we subtract from our total tickets available, we should get the unused ticket amount. Again, make sure that's correct. The other numbers over here, I'm not really too worried about. I look at them to make sure they make sense. But usually if this left side portion is correct, this right side portion will be correct because it's just taking into account the ticket value in more of a dollars perspective. Once this summary makes sense, it's good to share with UDE and make sure that it makes sense to them. But the next step that I do before showing the summary to them is I look at the detail. So that would be the second tab at the top, the game day event fee details. Now, when you click it, even if you've picked a game in this tab, once you click this tab to the right, it's all the games. It has not specifically narrowed down to the game you picked before. So what that means is you have to put WMU, Western Michigan University, is how they coded that game, in the search box. Click enter, and you should get just the WMU, Western Michigan University games, all of them, meaning these are all the tickets that we are aware of, because DART is a full view summary, meaning for the most part, there's one caveat, but it has all the tickets that we believe were sold. All the activity on the tickets should be captured in DART, except Regents. Regents, because of the preferred seating value, they are tracked on a different summary sheet and added to this DART data to get the full view of the game. So DART plus the Regent sheet equals everything that's happened in a football game. When looking at this data, this view is not that helpful. So the first thing you want to do is click More and go to Download XLSX. It's just Excel. That's going to give you an Excel format that's more easy to manipulate and break down. So here's the Excel view of the Western Michigan University data. I'd say the number one thing that happens that messes up the data is when there is a ticket paid via credit card, but the payment method, the payment channel is not phone, but online. In this case, there is none. So if there was a line here that said payment channel online with a payment method of a credit card, the thing that we can't have is a charge type. If there is a online credit card entry with a charge type, it gets double counted as a terminal credit card and an online credit card payment. So that's the very first thing I look for, just to make sure that all online credit cards do not have a charge type. Otherwise, unless something is popping in the summary, I just make sure that, the short code under invoice status, these are all the short codes that were billed, and make sure that the approved amount, in this case it's 12, we want to see that match our game day summary. Again, here, short code 12, so it does. We can see that our phone credit card, so that's our credit card terminal, had 6. So we can see that matches here, 6 for that credit card terminal. We had 122 comps. So that should be the remaining right here. 118 plus 4 is the 122. So we just accounted for every single line, and we can see that it is represented on our game day summary. So I feel pretty confident that, assuming all the data has been entered for this game, that we should have 460 unused tickets. Those are physical tickets. Now, we haven't looked at the Regents portion yet, but let's assume no Regents purchased tickets. If this fully captures our game, We would expect to receive 460 physical tickets that we count, and then we retain for 3 fiscal years. So I think that's a pretty good summary, kind of an intro into how we use DART for the football tickets and communicating with the event team on what we see on our end in DART. It gets, like I said, a little more complicated with the regents portion, but we'll review that in a additional training. But this was just an intro into DART, looking at the DART summary, looking at that game day detail, uh, each individual entry, and making sure that the data is correct, entered correctly. Investigating issues. Like I said, the number one issue is online credit cards. They cannot have a charge type. Um, and the JE for tickets purchased via short code. We've recognized in this summary, if the data is correct, that there are 12 short codes that we're going to need to do a JE for. And we're going to look at how we do that JE in the next training. Thank you.